Okay, we're at a local golf course and we're going to do some carpet cleaning with the new MiniMax. So because of the amount of food-based spills on this carpet, which are quite a bit and they're quite deep in the carpet, I'm going to pre-spray with the Penguin OmegaZyme down and let that start to break up the sugars and the different elements of the food-based substances. And then after I decide how that works, I might go with Radical Rinse and NanoMax or Omega Citrus and NanoMax through the MiniMax to clean it. I will be using the new multi brush. There's no more center hole and there's extra hooks here, so it does grip the bonnets better than the previous generation did. So I'm going to go over it with a multi brush, and then I may follow up with the brand new IronMan Bonnets, the second generation, after that. So I'm going to pre-treat it now, let that sit for a little bit, and then let's see what the chemicals give us. So normally I don't pre-treat when I run the MiniMax because it's spraying and I'm doing everything in one pass. But because of the depth and the amount of spots on this carpet and some of the unknown origins, I wanted to put the enzyme down first. So I sprayed this, let it sit. It's probably been about 12 minutes now. So I'm going to run the MiniMax over it with the multi brush. I decided to go with Radical Rinse with a little bit of OxyAll added to it. I did not add the NanoMax to it. I don't think we're going to need it. So let's run it a little bit and see what we get. So I did about an 8-foot wide path. So I'm going to do a hard edge here. And as you can see, this is responding quite nicely. So the chemistry does a big portion of the cleaning. The multi-brush is going to help agitate and help collect. And then of course, the MiniMax is spraying and just doing a beautiful job of making everything else happen to collect that soil into the bonnets and make this carpet look fantastic. You can see this is pretty effortless. It's pretty quiet, and it's a one-stop operation. Again, not knowing what some of these spots are, if I have to go back and do anything else to them, I will when I'm done. I'll evaluate after I finish this section. You can see this gets all the way up to the wall. I've got this edger here, and it just gets right up to there all the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this bonnet already, and you don't even have to adjust your handle. Just push back. That doesn't spill. We're going to disengage our bonnet, which I'm sure is filthy. Oh, that's pretty filthy. We're going to flip her over. I'm going to lay her back down, and off we go again. So we already have a pretty dramatic before and after. So you can notice the blue lights coming on. Not that you can't see the sprayer, but you can definitely tell with the blue lights that the machine's firing off, the pump's working, and just couldn't do a nicer job right now. I'm very happy with the way this is happening. Now if you look at the traffic lane going into the area where the girls work, where they hand out their ice cream, let's see what we get here, and it's just cutting through that so easily. This multi-brush is just a fantastic tool to put onto your rotary machine. Let me get enough room where I can spin it around. When it's bad like this, I do like to overlap by half just to make sure I'm getting good coverage and I'm not missing any portions of the carpet. And with the Oxy, there's Oxy in the Radical Rinse, and there is Oxy obviously in the OxyAll. This will continue to brighten as this dries, and it'll look even better as it dries. The reason I'm going back and forth on this is because some of these spills are all the way back down to the backing of the carpet, and I just want to make sure I get good contact on them so we don't have anything that comes back up and visits us. And because this is so dirty, I'm going to run a full-size bonnet over this after a little bit just to collect anything that might come up again. So we'll do the rest of the carpet. Now if we go over here, we can see this is just really, really bad. But if we come to this side of the room, and we go back and look, if we can zoom in there, just what a night and day before and after. And I cut that so easily. It was just a few minutes to go over it, and we transformed the trash carpet into something very pleasant to look at, and it looks very cared for. Even the traffic lane over here going into the hard surface is just brand new looking. Okay, so just to recap, we had talking and setting up lights and moving things and refilling. It took about an hour and 15 minutes to do this job. We probably would have charged about $375 for that time. That would have been a healthy amount. Made a nice improvement. There are a couple red acid dye spots that I would charge extra for if I was removing them. So we did pre-treat with OmegaZyme, although I don't know how much we actually needed to do that because some of the areas I went over with responded well, but this did reduce our cleaning time and made our passes over faster. So I ended up going with Radical Rinse and some Oxy Spotter, and if you look down at the IronMans, you can see that they are just filthy dirty, the IronMan Bonnets. So we pulled a lot of crud out of this carpet, and as you can see from the before and afters, it just made a fantastic improvement. So thank you MiniMax and Bonnet Pro Chemicals, and we'll see you soon.